in winter driving and parked driving, whatever, and you have everything up on defrost up here, something that I was taught by drivers is bring these down at an angle, and it keeps the defrost warm air up toward the windshield, where it will keep your windshield much clearer than just having them back where it just goes back. But keep it circulating up there. It makes the defrost a little more efficient. When I would get up in the morning and start my truck, put it on defrost right away, especially with the curtains still shut, and keep that warm air up there to melt anything off of the windshield that may have accumulated overnight, and have your long handle scraper. And be sure to get out and clear all of your taillights, all of your headlights. Our headlights don't produce heat anymore, so they don't melt off. You're going to have to gently tap the lenses and break the ice off. And also your taillights, as you drive down the road, they will fill with powdery snow. What you have to do when you get out and do your walk around is be sure you have your ice scraper with the brush and brush that snow out of there. We got to be safety first and see those tail lights and turn signals. This is kind of a little pre-trip and, you know, winter safety driving tips. Come around here, I always make sure my cap is still secure. All of my lines are secure. Make sure the bolt is set on the fifth wheel. Bump your tires. Okay, mud flap is still there. Those jaws are locked in. Tail lights are working. Dollies are, legs are up and handle is secure. Nothing wrong with the wind deflectors. If this has snow on it, brush it off. Brush it off. We come back here. We make sure these pins are still secure and the handle is in. We bump the tires. And something I was taught is just tap every single stud and lug nut. If one is loose, it will sound different. You're also listening for leaking air. So make sure that is secure. We're still brushing all of our lights off. In the winter time, never, ever, ever set your trailer brakes. But if you lose your air and they set overnight and your trailer brakes are frozen, first of all, build your air and release them. And then you come under here. And if you don't see space, it should be about the space of sticking a piece of paper in there. But if you don't see the space, they're frozen. And you're going to be whacking the drum. Can I whack it or?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, it's going to be loud.
No, that's fine.
All right. So you just start whacking the drum. And you'll hear it pop. Now you can call the shop, or you can walk up to, if you're in a truck stop, you can walk up to their shop and you can have them come out here. But it's faster, it saves money. Mine was speed. You know, I could come out here, crawl under the truck, tap them, pop them. Now if it's your tractor brake that's frozen, set the trailer and release your tractor and go under there and tap them until they pop. There have been times that mine have been so frozen I had to go into the shop. But, you know, it just saves time and money. And hey, hours of service are hours of service. I'm going to give you a few tips on how to park your truck safely so you're not frozen the next morning. So when you're pulling off the highway and into the truck stop, your tires and your brakes will be warm and you back into your spot. If it's snowpack, I want you to go back and forth and pack it down. Also, you know, only set your tractor brakes, and within 1 hour, get up and move your truck. Make sure, you know, if any water has still left in your brake drums, between your drums and your shoes, break it loose then before it does a hard freeze. So if you do get up the next morning, there's just some precautions you can take. I've always been taught that you want to leave some space behind your truck because it's easier to break brakes loose when you're in reverse. So get up in the morning, start your truck. If you think you're maybe frozen to the ground, first of all, turn your steering wheel back and forth to break your steer axle loose, because your tires being warm may have melted a small cup in the packed snow or ice and may have refrozen you to the ground. So break that steering axle loose. Flip on your inner axle differential. By this time you should have already done your walk around, so you should know if you have space behind your trailer, and put it in reverse and back up slightly. Like I said, I've always been taught there's something with the torque of brakes break loose easier in reverse. Never set your trailer brakes in the winter. There's no power to either of those axles to break it loose.